Good morning, everyone. Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. Mixed media project? Yes, please. This was really fun. I scavenged around and got some 3D pieces, some pieces that would not glue down, so I nailed them down and brought the beeswax into my studio. So we played with that a little bit today as well. So nothing more from me this morning. Fresh out of the shower. Yay! Gonna go walk the dog. Yay! See you on the table. Well, here's our project for today. You will walk through it step by step with me. I've worked on a cradle frame, so it's got the sides and the top. You'll see that. This is a book binding, a rusted chicken fence. This is a heart made out of sandpaper and a book binding, a couple of rusted bottle caps, some vintage pins, a little bit of vintage lace. Our rusted doily is behind here, a little piece of ephemera, and some beeswax dripped down. Now the beeswax is not quite cool yet, but it is delicious looking. So stay tuned. Let's do it. All right, we're on a roll this morning. We've already played in our altered books together. I have a pile of stuff. Let's see what happens with it. I have a map, a rusted doily, a couple of distress inks. I've got vintage photo and tea dye. These are the spines from books that I pulled the underpants out of. This is that little bit that I did not use in the altered book this morning. A piece of rusted chicken wire, some fun little roses, piece of cardboard, some more spine, some fun underpants or something like that. These are pins that were given to me by Nancy. Very, very fun. And some more underpants. I'm working on this cradle. It came to me just like this. It was in the bargain center of some store. And I'm going to start off by, and we'll probably need some nails and hammers and clean hands eventually, but not right now because we are going to have some fun. I probably still have some black gesso on my brush, and I am okay with that. And I'm just going to put some underpants down with some Mod Podge. And since this is a cradle, it has an edge. See the edge? So I'm going to take the underpants just up to, well, I'm going to go over the edge, but eventually I'll break those off because the edge of the cradle is good enough for me. So I'm just going to put some underpants on. Good thing to do this morning. I have no idea what we're going to do, but we sure have a pile of fun stuff to figure out as we go along. So just put underpants on your substrate, whatever your substrate is this morning. Thinking there will probably be some nails in our future. So a wooden substrate would probably be best. If you're going to use nails anyway, maybe you're not. All right, I'm going to dry this. Okay, the Mod Podge is dry. Just going to go around and bend that down. I'll break it off later after I know that it's all glued down really, really well. Like there, hello. And I'm going to bring in that distress ink. I'm going to start off with the tea dye. And now I'm going to bring the vintage photo in. The last video, I think I was off screen quite a bit, trying to behave a little bit more. Love how this picks up the texture of our underpants. All right, time to play a little bit here. Figure out what we're going to do. Let's just see what we have here. Everything's all the same color. How did that happen? Let's see this map. What does this map look like? Yeah, that map is too new looking. So we are going to just play with some other things. This is fun. Let's tear off a piece of that. What I'm doing now is I'm just cutting a heart into that cardboard. It's a good beginning. Very, very good beginning. All right, I think those are the pieces that we're going to use on this. So, where to begin? Let's begin by not losing everything. That would be great. So we'll put everything over here to the side. And I'm going to glue this down. some fun red ink on there from some previous fun time. All right, let's grab that white gesso. This is totally playtime. No idea what's going to happen. It's all right. That's what playtime's about sometimes. All right, let's let that, this is our third layer already. Underpants, well, underpants, distress ink, piece of paper, and white gesso. So we've already started the layering process. Very fun. All right, I'm bringing the heart back in. I always like my hearts cut kind of wonky. And I have a whole bunch of pieces of old sandpaper. And I am going to glue some of this old sandpaper onto this heart, and also a piece of that book binding. So let's just see what happens here. Love it so far. Think we can rip it? Gonna try. Okay, I could rip it. Look at that amazing heart. So that just brought some color in. I am just going to keep working on this mess. So now we've brought some color in, which is very, very good. Like that. So now we can bring some color in onto that piece in the background here to complement the roses and the heart, right? Let's see what we have. So I had picked these two out, pardon me, to work with, and then I worked with them, and then I looked up and the camera was black. So, battery gone. So we're going to back up a little bit. Milk Lavender had Zippo color for me. Worn lipstick. I put it on the polka dotted paper. And then I went around the edges with the Stabilo to bring those forward. Okay, now I'm bringing this Fragile doily in, which is gorgeous. And I am putting some Mod Podge on the back of that. This is one of the doilies that I rusted. I have a couple of things left. The chicken wire that we're looking at today is from that as well. Just ignore the mess. Ignore the mess. I don't know if that's exactly where we want it, but that is exactly where we want it now. Right? Beautiful. Alright, we're going to say we want this exactly there. Oh, look at those fun pages on there. Delicious. This is the spine of a book that I have pulled apart. You probably have some of these laying around if you've pulled lots of pages out for your underpants. So this is clearly going to need more reinforcement than just the glue. So do you remember the nails that I found on a walk with Hudson? I'm going to put a nail there. So I have a nail there. I'm going to put another nail there. This is upsetting to Hudson. Okay, I put a nail there, and a nail there, and a nail there. And Hudson is giving me dirty looks. Don't you know? Alright, so these pins that I got from Nancy are awesome. So well, I have some that are missing. Should we use those? That's very fun. Alright, we're going to rip that off. Use what you have. Use what you have. Something fun. points down. Seems less dangerous. One fell out. That's good. Little irregularity there. We like that. All right, now I need something in the background, clearly. Okay, here are some pieces. These are the roses, which I love. They're paper roses. But what I did is I just cut it off so that I can glue it inside some of that fence. So I just took my scissors and I cut that down. I will need 3 of those, I'm sure. This is that fun little piece of lace. Wonder where the rest of that is. Maybe we can use a bigger piece. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Still play with that. Here's our fun heart. I found this in my ephemera, black diamond string. Very fun. So if we put this up here, I like the string and the heart and how that kind of goes together. Don't want to waste this because that's yummalicious. So if we put that there and then the heart someplace in here. That needs a black edge, doesn't it? And then a few of these flowers in here. What do we think? Oh, that's pretty fun. Alright, I'm going to stabilo the edge of this and glue these 2 pieces down. Let's do that. The chicken wire is going to have to be nailed down because that's definitely not going to stay where we want to put that. So this is actually, can we do that? Let's try ripping that open. Otherwise that won't lay flat, being 2 layers. Alright, let's Mod Podge him down. Preferably correct side up. Alright, I'm going to nail this guy down. Hope for the best. Let's bring that stabilo in and grunge up that edge a little bit. Now I want that elevated a little bit, so I thought maybe I would put a popsicle stick behind it. Keep that elevated a little bit. Glue him on. Flowers may work, flowers may not work. We shall see. Alright, since he's elevated, he's going to have to be nailed on. I know, Hudson. Not very pleasant. Okay, the heart is nailed down. It ended up being at an angle as I nailed it. It just, right, I feel like it needs something in there. So I have this old piece of fabric. I'm just going to rub it a little bit on the tea dye, Distress ink. See if I can grunge that up a little bit. Then maybe weave it through some of the fence. I don't know. We're gonna see. Alright, let's take this out to the wax. We're just going to drip some wax on that top. I'm going to break this edge off. Before I wax it, I'm just going to go in here with a little bit of grunging. Ah, there we go. All right, I'm getting ready to wax this. I brought the wax into this studio. So I did put that piece of lace, the doily, up here. I put a rusted bottle cap down here and here with the nails. My intention is to put wax on the top and have it drip down. So the wax is still heating up. I will bring that in and show you. This is my waxing skillet, and it is just 100% beeswax. That's all that it is. It's an organic beeswax. It is not bleached. It's kind of an amber color. I'm going to heat my brush up so that that's somewhat pliable. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint some of the glue on the top. Listen to my tummy. And I'm encouraging it to drip down the front. Can you see where it's dripping down the front? Pretty cool. Can you see the drips? Let's put a little bit of wax over here, down this guy. Oh, a little bit on the fabric. Love how it went down in here. It's gorgeous. Okay. Very fun. Okay, here's our completed piece with the wax. Very fun. Tried to show you everything I was doing. I may have added some pieces while you weren't looking. Maybe the camera was turned off at some point in time. But anyway, this is our fun mixed media piece for today. So go create, go play, go have fun.